The new channel. The views, opinions, and insights expressed in the following show are those of the hosts, producers, guests, and viewers. They do not necessarily reflect the position of the channel. Viewer discretion is advised.
Welcome to TNC, the new channel. We are here to help you see the new you. My name is Carla Orhino, streaming live from Mandaluyong City.
And I am Maki Adana, streaming live from Valenzuela City. This is Helpline. Good day, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us on our 12th episode. We're here to serve you every Wednesdays and Fridays at 4 p.m. to help those who have health issues as well as those who just want to feel better or look better. If it's your first time to tune in to our show, welcome, and welcome to the listeners on board. Today, however, I am very happy to fill in for our beautiful host and mentor, Tita Mapet Orhino. I'm Makirin Adana from Valenzuela City, your host for today. Hindi po Venezuela ha, Valenzuela City.
Hi, Maki. Ako naman sa Mandaluyong, sa labas, hindi po sa loob. Ayan, so I'm looking forward to this show with you. Maki, alam mo, kakulitan kita dati. Ayun, andito na tayo live, nagkukulitan. So, this will be fun. Pero, miss na miss ko syempre ang ating mga host, si Sir Ramon Mendoza and si my mom, syempre, si Mapet Orhino. Of course, they are both on health missions, kaya they will be back by next week. Syempre, excited na rin ako to see our dear viewers, commentors, and hearters. Ayan. Hindi haters, hearters. So, thank you for continually supporting Helpline. You're the reason why we are here.
So I'd like to say hi to our viewers live from Mandaluyong. Miss Hyacinth Dakanay, hello!
Ayan. And of course, ang dami pang mga viewers natin. Parami sila ng parami every week.
Oo nga, Carla. A lot of women kasi today are on board and watching us. Buti na lang kasi today we will be talking about women's health. Pero huwag kayong aalis, guys, kasi I'm sure there are a lot of special women around you. And this will help you understand and show your support to them. Alam mo, Carla, I've always been curious when people say women's health, and it's a specialized medical field.
Ako din, Maki, actually, curious din ako kasi it concerns us, females specifically. So, ako, nag-research ako, and women's health pala refers to the branch of medicine that focuses on the treatment and diagnosis of diseases, pati mga condition na nakaka-affect sa ating mga babae, physically and emotionally.
Buti naman merong branch of medicine that really focuses on that. Kasi alam naman natin, magkaibang planeta tayo galing. Men are from Mars and women are from Venus, di ba? So we definitely have different needs, physically and emotionally.
Yes, syempre, yung health ng nating mga babae is really different than ng mga lalaki, and lalo na, physically and emotionally. And yung libro na yan, sobrang popular yan kasi it emphasizes the huge difference between the two. Pero today, we'll be talking about the health issues that are very specific to women.
So, ano ba yung mga example ng mga health issues ng women na wala sa men, Carla?
Nako, ang dami nun. Yung pinaka-popular is endometriosis, and yung PCOS or polycystic ovary syndrome, nagugula na, gynecological cancer. Ayan, napakahirap sabihin at ayoko rin magkaroon nun, di ba? Huwag na nating pag-usapan. And definitely yung female reproductive organs, which is yung birth control and pregnancy. Wala ang lalaking yan, di ba, Maki? Swerte nila, di ba? Wala sila nun. And marami pang mga sakit na mas common sa ating mga babae kaysa sa mga lalaki.
Grabe, that is so true, Carla. I feel like ako yung topic natin eh. Kasi I've gone through myoma with multiple Cs, so it's very shocking to know that a lot of women are experiencing that too. And it's popular. Ibig sabihin, dadami pa?
Yes, and talagang padami siya ng padami. Pero don't worry, Maki, kasi we are so blessed that we have again today a health expert on women's health who has helped many women already. Kaya guys, stay tuned kasi kung mahal na mahal niyo yung mga babae sa buhay niyo, ayan, we will give our viewers a chance to ask questions on our chat box kasi we have a guest, OB gynecologist from Cebu. And hopefully, all of this will be answered. So, pero syempre, before we bring her in, we will have a few announcements from our studio. So don't go away. We'll be back.
Welcome back, dear viewers. Thank you for staying tuned in for a great learning afternoon. If you have questions for our guest today, please comment or send a message to the number below. As we mentioned earlier, our very special guest, who is a graduate of the University of the Philippines and Gulyas College of Medicine, is an OB-GYN, health and wellness advocate, and academician from Cebu City. She will talk about her innovative ways to properly care for the female body. Dear viewers, let's all give a virtual clap to Dr. Rodora Owano Jaime. Hi, Doc.
Hello, good afternoon. Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay.
Hi, Doc.
Magandang hapon po.
We're so glad to have you back here on Healthline, Doc. Ang dami pong nagustuhan at nabitin sa episode nyo last 2 weeks ago. Kaya marami pong nag-request.
Kasi ako din nabitin kasi gusto ko talagang how do you call that? I love talking. Yun.
You love sharing your wisdom eh. Sayang naman kasi kung naipon lang dyan eh, di ba? Sarap niyang i-share.
But looking at you now, it's like I just treat you as my patient. So you can ask me anything and I will answer you.
Wow, libreng consult to, Maki.
Yes, consult
online. And this
online.
is online, on national TV, Doc. And Doc, by the way, isa po kayo sa mga hinahangaan namin because you have been a role model for a lot of women. You are smart, young, and very fit. What do you do to keep a healthy lifestyle, Doc? Kasi medyo struggle ako dyan eh.
I am not young anymore, but I would like to think na I'm young in the mind and in the heart. So, but kasi numero lang yung edad, diba? I'm on my second win, actually. So,
wow.
Well,
wala
what
sa itsura do.
Wala po talaga, Doc. Wala sa itsura, Doc.
No lang. I think the most important, it will always start with the good attitude. I always believe in positive mental attitude and how you react to things and how you accept things. So in life, if you don't know how to you're trying to achieve a balance, and it's really difficult, especially if you are a woman, no? You're a mother, you're a daughter, you're a wife, you're a doctor, ang dami mong ginagawa, no? You're serving the community. So it's really of how you try to achieve that balance. But what is the key mismo is if you're happy doing it. In anything, basta happy ka, you'll be very productive, tapos energy will just follow, and makikita sa mukha mo, no, yung aliwalas ng mukha kasi gusto mo yung ginagawa mo. So,
Wow.
yun, staying, kasi if you don't like what you're doing, it will become a burden and it will always go back yung sa health mo. So, wala kang content, hindi ka kontento, wala kang peace of mind, hindi ka masaya. So, yun, makakasakit ka talaga. So,
Gusto ko yung Doc,
para
na you're happy doing what you're doing, di ba? And kaya siguro you look very young kasi you're happy, you're fulfilled, and actually nakita ko po yun on your previous episodes. I saw na you have that passion towards women's health, not only as an OB-GYN, but as a health advocate. And saan niyo po hinuhugot yung passion niyo to help women?
Well, basically, I think I got it because, I come from a family na madaming babae and dominated talaga ng babae. The women in our family, we are very dominant. Parang kami yung parang in terms of decision, no, from our lola to my mama. And I see a lot of mentors, karamihan, babae din, from my teachers. So all these people, women specifically, had molded me and opened my heart, no, to an advocacy. Actually, my advocacy is not only for women, it's for all. It's just that an OBGYN, and most of the time, I talk about women's health. But generally, even if I'm an obstetrician gynecologist, my patients, especially in my town, I have a clinic there. It's an advocacy clinic. People go there, no, from children to the old ones, no, to the senior ones, babae at lalaki. But my admissions, yung primary cases ko are usual, babae talaga, obstetrician, OBGYN cases. So, yun, the passion comes from looking at how women, play a very big role in the society. First and foremost, in the smallest unit of the society, and that is the family. That's why where the passion, ang hugot, is galing from there.
Grabe, relate so much ako dyan, Doc. Grabe. Ramdam na ramdam ko po yan, Doc, kasi I am a mother too. And thank you for that, Doc. I understand that today is a special episode because we will hear your special presentation on women's health. Excited na ang viewers natin to learn more about this, Doc.
Okay. I have a slide, but I don't think I can share it here sa screen. So maybe I'll just be talking. So gusto ko nga, sabi ka, can you just ask me question, di ba? I ask in the can you just ask me question, I'll just answer. But siguro for the next 15 minutes, kasi I cannot stay long. Much as I want, siguro, I can talk until the wee hours of the morning basta about OBGYN because I'm an academician, I'm a lecturer, if you ask me a topic, no. So, but siguro what I will emphasize is bakit ang babae a lot of times, no, kung makita mo doon sa statistics, a lot of women actually is mas madami pa ang babae na may mataas na sakit in terms of cardiovascular diseases. Yung mga killer natin, yung cancers natin still belongs to the top of those cancers, no, here in our country. But if nakikita mo, women has a longer lifespan than men. That's why looking at that both end, nakikita mo is if we are going to survive longer, then we have to get what we call a quality life naman if we have to survive longer. That's why there is really an importance to stress, no, to focus. Bakit ang babae kailangang mag-take care, no, to take care of herself. A lot of times walang priority tayo babae, di ba? We lack that priority for too long, no? A lot of times we overlook our own health. Bakit? It's not
priority
hurting.
Yung ibang tao.
Yes. What really hurts our health is not so much the disease, but tayo, we are prioritizing other people, everyone else over ourselves, no? So, yun, di ba? Kung mama ka, di ba? Ibibigay mo lahat, oras mo, dun sa anak mo, dun sa husband mo. So, you always make parang excuse na, okay lang kasi I'm happy doing this for my child, happy doing this for my husband. So,
Very,
nakakalimutan
tayong
to take
mga
care of
babae,
yourself.
very service-oriented.
Yes, o bigay natin lahat, no? All. Tapos nakakalimutan natin to take care of ourselves. Like, mauna ka nang magpa-check up, mauna ka nang kumain nito, mauna ka nang mag-take dito, yung medicine or what. Hindi sarili mo priority. And that's what I want to stress to everyone. First and foremost, who will take care of the children and your husband and the other people if ikaw ang mawala, if ikaw ang magkasakit. So you really it should start with us. So yun. Women's diseases actually is hindi naman, how do you call that? When it comes to mga infectious processes, pare-pareho lang tayo as males, no? But I would like to tell you, when it comes to cancer, ang daming cancer na nasa top, no? And talking about the cancer, it's October now, it's the Breast Cancer Awareness Month, no? Being the top one. So we have cervical cancer, we have ovarian cancer, and the other cancers, no? Of course, we share the other cancers with the males, but the liver, the lung cancer, which is still very high. But focusing on women, it has got to do of how she starts actually taking care of herself. So I would like to tell you, let us just talk about cardiovascular diseases. A lot of times, hindi yan nakikita ng babae, yung cardiovascular, but it's 10 times more common, no? Mas madami namamatay sa cardiovascular. Anong cardiovascular? Hypertension. Okay? Heart problem. So, mas maraming namatay na babae kaysa namatay sa breast cancer at cervical cancer. So, masyadong hindi na-focus yan. So, we forgot all about, especially kung papasok ka na sa menopausal age. It's an aggravating stage ng babae to have more problem, to develop mga sakit, especially the cardiovascular problem, hypertension, diabetes.
Bakit kaya mas marami yung mga babae na who has cardiovascular? I thought actually yung mga lalaki ang mas inaatake sa puso eh. Pero why is it na it's more common in women?
Why? Because as I've said, aggravating factor is what we call our menopausal stage. No, we will reach, and I would like to start with it. Even begins, no, with especially for women na may experience dun sa PCOS. PCOS, ito, Maki, ha? PCOS, polycystic ovarian syndrome, is something that we have to really address, no? Because it is common even in the young, and because it has got to do with your egg, your follicle ng egg mo, ng ovary mo. Hindi siya nagde-develop. So if it's not going to develop in a cycle, it is not going to produce the right amount ng hormone na nag-stimulate ng uterus mo to thicken, namamaga siya to prepare for an implantation ng embryo, or if not, it will produce also the hormone to thin it out, to slough it off, maging menstruation, or if not, to support if there is an implanted embryo, yung estrogen at progesterone. So, kung polycystic ka, hindi yan siya nagmamature, hindi siya lumalaki. So, hindi rin enough yung hormone. Kaya yung ibang babae, hindi nagme-mens for many months, no? And then, if nag-mens sila ulit, malakas yung flow, or if not, nagpa-spotting, tagal matapos ng menstruation, because hindi balanse ang hormone. And the drawback of having polycystic, if we're not going to regulate your menstruation, if we're not going to guide the ovary to produce the right amount of hormone, there is an increased chance for a woman to develop other diseases, no? Like diabetes mellitus. Glucose intolerance is increased, especially in a PCOS na obese ang patient. And we have to look kung wala ba siyang thyroid problem, wala ba siyang mga other problems like hormone responsive na mga organs like the breast, the thyroid, yung uterus, and the ovary. And then hindi natin ma-correct yung hormone status mo, yung menstruation ma-regulate, palaging namamaga yung hapin, and yung lining ng mattress or uterus, it will predispose you to develop uterine cancer in the future. So that's why it's a risk factor, and in the future that is going to predispose you to develop other problems, no? Lalot na if you come to the menopause, it's the hormone, the culprit there is really your estrogen, no? So hindi na nagpo-produce ng estrogen yung ovary mo, so the lack of estrogen will stimulate, no, other hormones in the body also that will try to work or overwork, and thus will produce other problems, no? So it has an effect on our like metabolism. So, yes, it will become a vicious cycle if you will not.
And it all starts, Doc, with the PCOS, or is it the estrogen yung dun siya magsa-start?
No, I'm just citing an example na yung how you develop a disease or later aggravating yung cardiovascular problem or yung mga chronic metabolic problem like diabetes, it even starts before the menopause. Like, yun, nagkaka-PCOS ka. That's why we really have to look into. Ang daming babae hindi alam nila na may PCOS pala sila, no? So, a lot of them will not go to an OBGYN to seek consult for an abnormal pattern of menstruation. Others would usually they will go to the clinic because they have a period of amenorrhea, yung hindi nagre-regla or nagme-menstruate. So that's always the reason. Or if not, they have heavy menstrual bleeding or spotting in between. So, ba't ganito? Tapos na yung menstruation ko, nagsaspotting pa rin ako, tapos nadatna na lang ako ng second yung menstruation cycle ko. Ba't ganito? So again, it has got to do with the balance ng hormone, balance ng hormone. Just like in the menopause, if there is an imbalance or the lack of that hormone, it will also create problem. An aggravating problem, especially for women who is also aging. So aside na yung mga arteries, yung ugat mo dyan, we call it ugat or the arteries, no? At it start to harden already, plus hindi ka conscious ng diet mo, so you're on the obese side, so meron kang mga, meron kang mga atherosclerosis because of that hardening of the arteries, or meron kang increase yung mga cholesterol at mga fat deposit mo. So, yun, mag-hypertension ka, tapos kulang pa yung estrogen mo, the more it will aggravate, no? The quality ng mga blood vessel, the flow there. So, it has an effect on the other hormones. Yun. So, that's why I always tell women to focus more, especially not only after 40, but as much as possible, the window before you have your menopause, no, the 10 years prior, you should have your annual checkup already, no, your blood chemistry is taken, so the general like mammograms, your pap smear, no, and ultrasound, baseline ultrasound, so that we can prepare you for that. We call it the climacteric, the menopausal age, because that's the onset of a lot of problems, especially cardiovascular problems.
So usually, Doc, it's best to prepare around mga 30s and above pa lang.
Preparation is naman talaga yan, like dapat from the very beginning, pero to focus more is you have, especially at the age of 40, the 10 years na window prior to the average age of menopause is 51 to 52 years old. So the 10 years prior and the 10 years after, no, you have your menopause. That's the critical window for a woman, no? So the preventive side, that is the 10 years prior, though it should be before that. that. Better if before that. And the 10 years after, you have to take care of that woman. You still have to be very conscious para hindi ka magka-osteoporosis, hindi ka
Pwede
magka-diabetes,
yan, pag
hindi ka
sinamudo naman sa banyo,
magka-hypertension.
rinig ka dito eh.
Ay, sorry. Doc. Maki, may you have a question?
Yes po, Doc. Kasi parang nakarelate ako nung time na I was 38 when I was diagnosed of myoma with multiple sclerosis. So, ngayon ko
Naoperahan ka,
naintindihan.
Maki? You were operated?
Thankfully po, Doc, with the Wonder Molecules, myoma and multiple cysts gone.
Oh,
So,
really? Oh, that's
Yes
good.
po.
Oo. That's why I'm one of the advocate of this. You call it a wonder molecule. Me, I always call it an immunoregulatory or an immune memory molecule, because it is something that will help really achieve the balance. Again, in anything, the key word there is balance. No, just like the women, sabi ko, di ba, balance din ang hormones. So, if all of your organ system, especially your hormone secreting system, if ano siya, nakaka-achieve ng balance, no? Nababalanse, nag-uusap, they're talking to each other, then likely you will not develop a problem. Okay? So, how do you, siguro you will be asking, Doc, but bakit nawala na-correct yung polycystic ko at because of the wonder molecule? No? So, I will not totally say na si wonder molecules lang or we call it our immune regulatory molecule, but it is really a big help. No, of course that is on top of your diet and lifestyle changes, because I always tell my patient, kahit isang tonelada, no, bayang laklakin mong wonder molecule, okay, but if you are not taking care of the root of the problem, it's not going to help. There is a temporary lang yan. Oo, but you have to really focus on the root of the problem. So if you are obese, no, then you've got to lose weight, no. So if you are not drinking water, no, as to 2 liters, if not no more than 8 glasses or 10 glasses a day, then you've got to start drinking. If the problem is because you lack sleep, you only got like how many hours of sleep in a day, then you've got to correct that. Plus, you couple that with our wonder molecule and our immunoregulatory molecule, then that's going to give you the best result. Not only temporary, but if not a permanent result or a longer, long-term result, not a short-term result. Panandalian lang.
Tama. Actually, talagang, yun nga po yung tanong ko, Doc, eh. Ano ba yung, of course, we have our wonder molecules. Ano po ba yung mga preparation na pwedeng gawin for people who are about to go to menopause, diba? And at the same time, para maiwasan nila yung mga ganyang mga health risks.
Okay. So, very important is, of course, yung how you will also mellow, no? But sometimes we're too busy and we task ourselves so much, no? So, diba, multitask tayo masyado. Ako, very multitask ako. Me, I'm one person who really hates to waste time. Yung parang may lista ako, may lista ako what to accomplish at a certain oras hanggang at the end of the day. Parang I always check it and ganyan ako ka-OC. But when you start to be like at this, no, you call it your second wind, you've got to give a chance also. Yung parang you try to choose, prioritize well what are your priorities talaga. So health-wise, yun. Well, of course, even if not you're 40, you have to start it early. You should have a regular exercise. It's not the patayan. You don't need to go to a gym. You just like yung 30 minutes na yung mga aerobic, like sayaw ka, even like a long exercise, kanta ka dyan. So, how do you call that? Yung walking, no? And that's, I always advise people, do not go directly to a heavy strenuous exercise, especially if you haven't lose your weight yet. You've got to have that exacto na way to do mga strenuous high impact na mga exercises. You've got to wear the right mga shoes, no, for you to do, because that's going to also task your bones, your joints, most especially. And so that one, so exercise, yung drinking of water. A lot of people is not conscious of drinking water. Please be conscious. Have it in always on your table or at your side. It has to be in a container to know that you have really consumed that much. It's not just that you go right after ka kumakain. Dapat andyan yan sa harap ang tubig sa'yo, no? So you have to consume more than 10 glasses a day as much as possible, because you are 70 to 80% water. Your body will not work if you are not hydrated. Your cells is 70%. So hindi yan magpa-function. Kahit uminom ka pa ng TF Plus dyan, if you are not well hydrated, I tell you, it's not going to work. So yon, tubig, yung exercise. Of course, tamang pagkain. Tamang pagkain or dieta is not missing on meals. No, it's the regularity of the meal ang key, and the amount. Okay? So,
Yun ang challenge, Doc, yung amount.
Lalo na yung sweets, Doc. Challenge.
Yung amount is, I always teach people, kasi ang dami na ngayon, like we go to eat all you cans, yung mga but especially you have those invitations, but kung sa bahay lang, try yung ipi-plate mo talaga. Just fill in a plate and finish what is in the plate. Hindi ka na, no second helpings or what. So you try to plate, serve by plating. So wala nang iba dyan sa table na extra. You just serve it by the plate para you can control. And it's so mahirap, especially for a mom. Diba, what's the tendency of the mother? If we see yung mga sobra na mga anak natin, kakainin natin kasi sayang. And it's it's that attitude ng it's that our attitude that yung mga breads and cakes, sayang naman itapon, so kainin mo na lang, di ba? So and usually after the so you eat all those and you're not counting anymore. Kala mo tira-tira lang yun, pero ang dami na palang nakain ng santos.
Tapos sasabihin pa sa'yo, ubusin mo yan. Ubusin mo yan.
Maraming nagugutom sa kalsada.
Kaya we always rationalize, no? Para pwede kainin. So yun. So, yun, ipi-plate mo para alam mo kung anong nasa plato, kunti lang rice at But the key there is, like, if you want to, your regularity, yung the right amount ng pagkain, kasi masasanay din yung body mo. If you like, what's this? Yung interval ng pagkakain mo. At tapos mo pa-process. Because yung pancreas mo, yung nag-control ng sugar natin, if you overwork it, if you overload it, ang tendency, din yan, it will give up. It will just, ang hirap na talaga, no? Pagod na ako. Kaya nga, may iba dyan namamatay sa bangungot, and it's called acute hemorrhagic pancreatitis because they bleed because you have loaded it too much, no? So that's why it's important na yung small frequent feedings, pwede yan, every 2 to 3 hours you feed. But kunti-kunti, no? Hindi naman yung So you can do that para your organs can perform its function well. So that's what I always tell people. So it's not dieta pata
Kakaiba sa diet kasi natin, Doc, yung 'di ba, yung meron tayong merienda, meron tayong midnight snack, tapos yung merienda natin pasta with pandesal, with
all carbo loaded talaga. Even totoo carbo loaded. We are Filipinos are really yung mga double, triple whammy, no? Prepare lahat, all are loaded with sugars, no? From the pasta to the bread to the drinks, no? That's what we are getting when we go to our mga yung mga, like, I don't want to mention yung mga, how do you call that? Yung mga fast foods, okay? Counters, di ba? Those are the things. Yung mga express. And the keyword there is processed. The highly the processed the food, the higher the sugar content or the higher the glycemic index. The raw, the fresher the food, no, the lesser, no, the higher the fiber, the lesser the sugar. So, yun. So, that's why if you can eat more of your raw fresh fruits and vegetables, and then eat more first of your this protein before your carbohydrates, then the better. That should be the, how do you call that, the how you should eat, from your water to your
Measure.
sweet to your fresh. It's
Yes.
So,
difficult
dapat
to
pala
know.
talaga, Carla, naka-plate na yung servings natin. Hindi pala yung
Oo.
normal serving sa family na may bandihado doon. May kanin,
Oo.
dami-daming ulam, may fish.
Oo. Saka
Kasi
maganda
may
daw,
mag-edad. Yung sa mga
paliitin mo
growing,
yung plato
okay lang.
mo.
Gano'ng kalaki din yung plato, it will matter.
Ah, di ba?
Okay.
Maliit lang yung plato mo, maliit lang din yung kakainin mo, di ba? So, tayo
It's
palaki
just
ng
like
palaki
what you
yung
stock
plato.
in it's just like what you stock in your ref or in your fridge, di ba? If there's no soft drinks there, then wala. Hindi ka inom ng soft drinks. If you stock chocolate, ice cream, soft drinks there, then you're bound to really eat what's in the ref. If nakikita mo dun are good drinks, are good, yung water, yung yung mga healthy juices mo, yung vegetables mo dyan, or healthy na mga breads mo nandyan, then yan lang ang kakainin mo din, di ba? So, that's how I try to control also as much as possible kung pwede, wala. But a lot of times, my discipline is usually masisira kung andyan ang ating mga younger ones, yung mga anak natin. Kasi we cannot deprive them naman, di ba?
Oo.
Especially if they are
Yun.
growing.
We want
And ang
to give
tendency is
them,
you want to
the best.
yung masasarap, yung the best. So that's why, again, mindset, pa rin, disiplina pa rin. So, yun lang, ang sa akin is, it starts with the discipline, and even teaching your children also, since maliit, even choosing the right milk for them, yung walang masyadong sugar na milk, because a lot of milk is tasty because it has a lot of sugar. They use sucrose, they use artificial mga sweeteners daw, pero it's loaded with sugar. So you've got to know anong gatas mo, pinapainom sa mga anak mo, because it will start you training.
Sa tingin niyo ba, Doc, that's the
Yes,
reason
ma'am.
why may PCOS ngayon, and this parang mas maaga lumalabas yung mga irregular menstruation sa mga babae. Sabi nga nila parang maaga din nagkaka-menstruation yung mga babae ngayon. Is it because of really mostly the food that we're eating?
Yes, it's not only the food, even the container of the food, the plastics that we are using, the containers of the food, it's predisposing change in the hormone secretion, in the metabolism of, like, even in utero, baby pa lang ang baby, it has an effect already. That's why in the Philippine Obstetrics Gynecological Society, the POGS right now, we have a specific advocacy that deals with the environment mismo, because we know how this is affecting menstruation, how this is predisposing cancers to our patients. And it starts with the first 1,000 day, even with our baby, from conception to the birth and until they will become 2 years old. It matters a lot. So, and it has got to do with what we are using now in the environment. The preservatives, the plastics that we are using. Yes, the plastic
so, mas
containers.
Maganda, Doc, is mga bottles, ganon, mga
yes,
ceramic bottles.
Yung walang mga yung biphosphate, yung BPA free dapat, kung pwede ceramic, yung glass. Di ba, tayo, we use our microwave oven, right? And a lot of times people are using plastics to heat their food with a microwave. Ako, guilty ako. No, I'm not saying but conscious-wise, sometimes I use that, but sometimes, but most of the time, because suppose conscious ka, then you'll think twice. Sige. We heat it don't heat it in the microwave. We use na lang the pot, So, but there are really, in a hurry ka, sometimes you can really use, but, ang grabe. I want to show sana mga statistics, ganyan, because we have slides like that, but so limited the time here. But really, there are a lot of things to learn, and it starts at sa bahay. It starts with us, mama.
Yes.
We are women. So that's the challenge. And yung mga sakit like PCOS, yung cancer ng ovary, yung yung irregularity ng menstruation, it's hormonal. And hormonal is a lot affected of what we are taking in or what we are being exposed with. So that's why yung disiplina, yung choice, yung education, nakasalalay sa babae. Kasi tayo ang
Wow.
boses sa family. We dictate what
Tama.
will become of our children, what will become of our husband, or our family. So before the community,
Yes.
we talk about the community, we start with our family. So, yun.
Ang ganda naman nun, Doc. Actually, ngayon ko lang na-realize, no? Kasi as women, tayo din yung namimili, tayo rin namimili kung ano yung ipapakain
Yes,
sa mga
oo.
bata. And even the containers,
Yes.
di ba? Yung appliances, tayo din yung mamimili, di ba? So, it's
Tayo
really, we have
lahat,
a real,
oo.
decision to make na that can really change yung future ng mga babae and of course, the whole family. And tanong ko
Yes.
lang, Doc, no? So, like you said, we have to drink water, and also exercise, have a healthy diet, and also sleep
Sleep.
sa tamang oras, and
Oo.
have the right containers sa mga pagkain, di ba? Para
The right
choose
choice
the
of,
right
food and
materials
containers.
in the environment. Ano po, Doc, yung magiging
Yes.
role ng Wonder Molecule
Okay.
in our family as well?
Okay. Yung Wonder Molecule kasi, the primary, like if you ask me, the primary role is really on like preventing what we call the chronic inflammatory process ng ating katawan. No? So, in which, di ba sabi ko the last time I did, naging guest nyo ako is, yung mga cancer, yung mga diabetes, yung mga ganun, these are born out because of chronic inflammation. Hindi yun nasi-switch off yung supposed to be defense mechanism, which we call the inflammation or the inflammatory process. So if we have the Wonder Molecule, then it can help, no, balance, no, mawawala yung mga pamamaga na hindi natin nakikita. It's just, no, at the level of the cell that will create problems, no, in the long term or in the long run. So that's why it's very important to have those taken. But we have other products paired with our Wonder Molecules, no, with other powerful, how do you call that, synergy of like proprietary blends also of good herbs that will really also help, no, in increasing, especially yung natural killer cells. The natural killer cells is a role in looking for those infected cells and tumor or cancer cells. So if we start to have those aberrant or abnormal cells in the body, if we have our Wonder Molecules, then it will increase the chance, no, of finding these abnormal cells. So it will help the body get rid, no, or eliminate these potential cells that can become, or in the future become cancer, or if not disease, no, in the body. So that's why siguro some women would claim, oh, yung myoma ko or what, it shrank because I took this Wonder Molecule. Plausible. It can possibly explain maybe because of the natural killer cell function, the increase of the natural killer cell function of because of the Wonder Molecules or the immunoregulatory molecules. So yun. And inflammation, yung cardiovascular problems are primarily inflammatory process also. So it can help a lot, especially if you are aging. We have other products to pair also if you are aging. So yun. Ang daming magagawa niya because it's something that can complement a lot. It's so natural, galing sa immune system na para sa immune system. As I've said, the immune system is parang kung sa wheel siya, nasa gitna siya. It's the hub, no? So it's very important. So ang daming magagawa talaga.
Ang ganda no, na it's a hub na pagka hindi natin naasikaso yung nasa gitna, 'di ba? Every other part of our body will, 'di ba, be in balance. And At the same time, napaka-powerful din nung ginagawa ng Wonder Molecule sa ating natural killer cells. Ako, napaka-interesting ng mga kinukwento ni Doc and marami pong marami pong
Wala
mga
ng oras.
Ang dami ko pong natutunan talaga. And ang daming questions, Carla.
Yes. So, siguro, before we have our, okay lang, Doc? Pwede po ba kaming tumanggap ng questions
Okay
from
lang,
our
okay lang.
viewers, Doc?
Yeah.
Sige.
No
So,
problem.
we'll ask our viewers to send in their questions. Libreng consult kay Doktora. And she's giving her blessed time sa atin. So, before that, let's have our commercial break.
We'll be back.
Yeah. Welcome to Helpline. We're back. Ang dami nating mga viewers and I'd like to call on to them. Would like to say hi to Janet, Kinol, and also to Au Fuertes. Hello there.
Mabel Yu Torres, hi.
Ayan. Sino pa? Si Lisa
Susan Segura.
Blacada. Si Susan Segura. Ayan, sabi ni Janet, galing talaga ni Doc. I love you po. Salamat, Doc.
Salamat,
wow. Ano pa? Sino pang nandyan? Sila Grace, Guillermo, si Mako Otara. Start with a small table kasi pag malaki ang table, marami malalagay na plato.
Oo nga naman.
Dami natutunan kay Doc nito ni si Mako. Ayan. Sabi daw ng tatay ko, para di makain, wag bilhin.
Wag bilhin. Tama naman.
We have a choice,
Take note.
guys. Bakit mo ba binili?
Wag siyang bilhin para hindi makain. So, guilty daw si Dayan Sabong kasi mahilig sa processed food.
I-greet natin ang ating mga viewers in a while. Lang natin to, isama lang natin i-share ang ating mga TNC shows which cover so many topics, 'di ba, Maki? And it will impact everybody's life. So, ito po yung breakdown ng mga shows coming your way through TNC, the new channel. Maki?
HR, Hotline introduces us to the wonderful world of human resource management. That's Tuesdays and Thursdays and Saturdays, 12 noon. And the Big Picture shares inspiring stories of notable personalities Mondays to Fridays at 7 p.m.
Have an insightful Saturday afternoon because the family business is everyone's business, 4 p.m. The fourth project is about life, business, and success stories live from Dubai, UAE, 6 p.m. or 10 p.m. Philippine time on Saturdays.
Usapang Beauty is about beauty beyond what your eyes can see. Thursdays and Saturdays, 5:30 p.m. And time to hear positive testimonies straight from those who have recovered from the disease. COVID Stories, Saturday at 10:30 a.m.
Discover your life purpose and learn from others' turnaround stories in U-Turn. Monday and Thursdays, 10:30 a.m. The Home Buyer is where you hear remarkable stories about building and owning a property. Mondays and Thursdays, 4 p.m.
Laugh and learn through the Puppet Stories, Mondays at 5:30 p.m. Magbenta, bumili at tumulong dahil bukas na ang TNC Marketplace, an online night bazaar, Thursdays and Fridays at 10 p.m.
Yo Law is for all of us to understand that law is fun and cool too. Thursdays at 8:30 p.m. Watch and learn about money and more. Streams live from the Philippines and the US. Tuesdays, 8:30 p.m. Philippine time, and 5:30 a.m. California, USA.
Two leaders in one platform, TNC The Talk, Mondays at 12 noon. After Shift is Chillaxin show about your choices and lives after work, Wednesdays and Fridays at 8:30 p.m.
Okay, so let's continue later on. Invite natin pabalik dito si Doc. Kasi may mga tanong pa ang ating mga viewers, di ba, Maki?
Yes, Doc. Yes, Carla.
Hi, Doc. Sige.
Hi, Doc. Doc, may question po tayo dito. What can we suggest daw to women who have encountered irritations on that sensitive areas?
Okay. So yun. Yung mga irritation is because of bad habit. A lot of times, no? So we always tell women that it's like a mouth there. It's breathing. So you've got to let it breathe. So avoid tight-fitting underwears, no? So, and then use the mildest soap you can use, if not a feminine wash. And even with a feminine wash, you have to dilute it with water and rinse it the last, no? Diba? Nagsasabon, nagsashampoo ka, rinse it the last talaga. And that's how you should take care. And the proper way of wiping and the use of wipes, no? Kung pwede tubig when you wash it with water, especially after defecating and urination. If you have a bidet, use a bidet. If wala, then use a scented wet ones or yung wipes, no, na mga yung malilinis, no. So, and if there are irritations, you have to define. If it's chronic, matagal, hindi nawawala, then maybe merong problema dyan. Ano ba siya? Pangangati? Masama ba ang amoy, the smell? Okay? Meron ka bang bloody discharges? Mucopurulent ba siya? Yung yellowish ang discharges? So, that's why if there are those things, then you've got to see your gynecologist for treatment. Baka kailangan siya ng gamot, no? So, but first thing first is a good hygiene. A lot of times, if you really, how do you call that? Nip it at the bud, like take care of it immediately, no? If there's already an irritation, then you start doing something. So you wash with a good wash, and then you let breathe, avoid, kung pwede walang panty during nighttime. Yun.
Nice.
Carla, alam mo, dapat daw wala raw Andes kapag nighttime.
Oo. Gusto yan ng mga husband.
Napakahalagang impormasyon yan. And at the same time, syempre, it's really a common problem among women. And thank you po for that. And marami din po nagtatanong, Doc, those naman na wala namang health concerns and, sa kanila, is it okay that they would take the Wonder Molecules also as prevention?
If there is one thing, and I think I stressed that in my last yung ilang nag-guest ako, I always position it as for prevention. My advocacy is really prevention, awareness, prevention, and last yung treatment kung pwede. We do not go to that stage of treating, no? So it's really prevention. So God is good, no? Yung mga laboratories ko still good, yung sugar lahat, walang BP ko, but I'm taking my I'm taking my Wonder Molecule regularly, no? So I have my especially during this COVID time, which you really need to boost your resistance, to increase your yung defense mo mechanism. So you've got to take it. So it's really for prevention. That's why I give it to children.
Wow.
Grabe,
Gaano po kabata yung pwedeng uminom nito?
Even infants, even babies.
Infant.
But the pure one, no? So
Ihalo lang sa mga
ihalo lang sa
milk.
milk, ihalo mo lang sa ano nila. Oh.
So, ganda ng Wonder Molecule, no? So,
lasang milk eh.
safe pa siya sa newborn babies.
Yes. Thank you,
So,
Doc.
We learned a lot today about women's body as well as the Wonder Molecule as an advanced solution even to women's health problems. But before you go, any parting words for our viewers, Doc Jaime?
Okay. I started by saying na we always think of ourselves last. Hindi naging priority ang self natin as women. So I would like to end by saying that no, your body will be what? Will be around longer, di ba? Maltaas ang lifespan ng babae. So, it will last longer than that expensive bag you are buying, okay? Those other things na mas expensive. So, make it last longer than those. So, invest more on your body than those, okay? So, yeah, when you have 24 hours given ng Panginoon, and just ask yourself how much in that 24 hours you give to yourself.
Wow.
I'd like to end with that question.
Thank you, Doc, so much. And alam mo, natagos hanggang puso yun, kasi really, we invest so much on gadgets, on, houses and everything, and lalo na mga bag. I have Louis Vuitton bag.
Bags and accessories and perfumes.
Mga jewelry, mga naman, di ba? We will last more than that, and we will be more valuable. And thank you, Doc, for that. And we have really learned a lot in, being how to especially take care of our bodies. We appreciate it from the heart and from the uterus too. Thank you, Doc.
Yeah. God bless you,
From the
Doctora.
Thank you also. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to inform people. It's my passion actually. Yeah, that's my advocacy. Yung awareness, that's the most important.
I hope, Doc, na bitin pa rin kami. So I hope we could still invite you once again in one of our episodes, and we'll see you again soon. Thanks, Doc.
Sige. Thank you so much.
Carla, having been exposed to the wonders of Wonder Molecule for the past 7 years, can you offer an answer on the amazing effects of the Wonder Molecule to the human body?
Grabe. Actually, nasabi na nga ni Doc yung very essential, which is the natural killer cells, di ba? And explain niya how powerful that is to kill cancer, to kill, mga viruses and yung threats na kalaban natin. And it's really important talaga na we invest in ourselves. Ang ganda lang sabi ni Doc, di ba, na within 24 hours, ano dyan yung binibigay mo sa sarili mo. Ang sarap naman talagang tumulong sa iba. Pero syempre, never forget na ikaw pa rin yung paano ka makakatulong, hindi mo tutulungan yung sarili mo, di ba? So, it's very simple yung ginagawa ng Wonder Molecule. It's really, lahat ng mga solusyon na nasa labas, it's already old. And old solution, para yan sa mga old problems. Pero yung hinaharap natin ngayon, Maki, are advanced problems, di ba? Advanced chemicals, advanced virus, advanced cancers. Bata pa lang, diba, sabi nga ni Doc, dahil lang sa lalagyan na hindi mo naman kinain, lalagyan ng mga kinakain natin, we are really harming our bodies. And we need, hindi lang natin kailangan ng strong immune system, but we need a smart immune system that is more advanced and smarter than any kalaban dyan, diba? So, hindi pala pwede, Maki, na boost ka lang ng boost ng immune system mo. What your body needs is immune intelligence para dun sa mga natural killer cells. And kaya nga ang tawag ni Doc dito is immunomodulator. Sabihin, nag-modulate siya, inaayos niya yung problema. And pagka meron kang immune intelligence, you will know where the threat is and paano siya patayin. And that's what I call immune IQ. Yun yung meron sa Wonder Molecule na wala talaga ka makikita anywhere else. So, kung mataas yung IQ ng immune system natin, ibig sabihin, walang threat na pwedeng pumasok at sirain yung katawan natin. Of course, with the healthy tips na sinabi din ni Doc, di ba?
Wow, yun pala yun. That's why we call it Wonder Molecule and the Advanced Solution. And it is timely thing to have during these times where there is an invisible enemy on top of safety measures that we do like washing our hands, wearing face masks, alcohol, etc. Dapat may panlaban ka pa rin sa loob ng katawan, di ba? So let's go
Yeah.
back to studio again for a few announcements. Don't go away and we will be back.
Ituloy natin tong TNC shows natin. Ito yung kanilang mga announcements. So here we don't forget, discover and learn strategies on self-leadership to win in life through Win Within. Saturdays 8:30 p.m. Dream, achieve, nurture, and inspire. Tag your kids along with and watch Danny Art Show. Sarap nito, 'di ba? May show tayo online. Fridays 5:30 p.m.
Global issues, common interests, learn together across borders, foreign affairs, streams on Tuesdays at 10:30 a.m. Awesome Day, Mondays at 2:30 p.m. Make sure to make your day an awesome day every day.
Yes, and start your Saturday celebrating women at work, 9 a.m. Saturdays. And in the world where everything is turning out digital, Cybernext aims to empower people and companies to be secure in the digital world. Streams Wednesdays at 12 noon.
TechU helps you understand the emerging technologies shaping our future. Fridays at 2:30 p.m. Catch also our TNC original shows such as One Day, inspiring 30-minute storytelling. It alternates with TNC Town Hall, co-hosted by TNC founders Lloyd and Apple. This show is where we talk to you, our valued audience, about our shows on TNC.
Yes, and of course, don't miss our show because health is our greatest wealth, Healthline. Starting next week, every Wednesdays na tayo. So more coming up on TNC shows that will truly inspire you. So please follow our channel on Facebook and YouTube and let us help you see the new you. Yan. So para sa mga viewers natin who have health issues or concerns, you can call the numbers on the comment box down below, ayan. So, we can respond to you personally. And kung ano man yung mga concerns nyo, yung mga hindi nyo natanong kay doktora, ayan, pwede nyo ihabol through the contact numbers down below. Okay? So, sa mga tao naman na who have their own stories na they're also been saved by the Wonder Molecule, maganda din na you contact us and you share, so you could share katulad ng mga ginawa ng mga ating mga sharers and our guests. Shinare nila ang kanilang mga stories, di ba? So, send your personal story via messenger to Mapet, Dominese, or Hino, which is also on the screen. Okay, so thank you everybody for being here. Pasalamatan natin. May mga comments pa ba dyan, Maki? Hello, Maki? Ayan. Oh, no. Na-lost ata.
Ayan, puro pasasalamat kay Dr. Jaime. Marami silang natutunan and personally, ang dami ko ring natutunan. Ngayon ko na-realize bakit nung sumumpong yung myoma with multiple cysts, ang daming nag-occur na issues kasi nga may mga influencing factors pala sila talaga, Carla.
Yes, and ang galing, no, na hindi mo akalain na magko-connect lahat yon mula bata ka until yan, irritation lang, and then it goes to PCOS, it goes to hypertension, and talagang kailangan maaga pa lang. Prevention, sabi nga, is better than
Cure. Hospital bills.
Ayan. So, sabi ni si Mako, nabasa ko kanina, sabi niya, advanced solution. Ayan. And marami pang mga ibang nag-comment na
ang tip po ni Mr. Simaco, ano daw, Carla? Tip for a healthier you. Maliit na mesa at maliit na plato.
Oo. So, Ayan, so may mga nagtatanong dito, pwede rin po ba siya for pregnant and lactating women? Yes, pwedeng-pwede
Yes.
ang ating wonder molecule. Sabi nga ni Doc kanina, di ba? Pwede sa baby yan. So, Coach Carla, ang galing mo po. Sanay mo na mag-coach. Yes, ano lang kami dito.
Artista po talaga yan, tita.
Babalik din po yung mga host natin next week, and everyone, thank you for being here with us. Advanced thinking, yun pala yung sabi ni Zimako, and sabi ni Ashley, thank you so much, Doc Jaime. Okay, Mackie?
In closing, our hearts are full of deep gratitude for a very enlightening afternoon, especially for some of our viewers out there who are looking for answers and have found none until today. To our dear friend, Dr. Rodora Owano Jaime, we thank you for your lecture on the care for women's health and its many issues, which will help many around the world who have watched this special edition show.
On that note, we should stay healthy, beautiful, and positive in our minds, hearts, and spirit. Let's have hope that we can deal with our problem because God is bigger than our problem. Right, Maki?
Right. As much as we are enjoying being with you, sharing our wonderful knowledge, it's time to say goodbye.
See you again, dear viewers, on our future episode every Wednesday and at 4 p.m. through our FB and YouTube links here at TNC Healthline with Carla and Maki.
For a new and healthier you.
Thanks, everyone.
God bless.
Bye.
Bye.